Hey guys, I'm Adam86 and welcome to episode 2 of my Qatar World Cup mode on FIFA 23 Mexico edition. We did the first two games in episode 1, Poland and Argentina. Today we've got the last group stage game against Saudi Arabia. I decided to rotate my team. I kept Tricky in there by mistake, really. I was going to fully rotate my team. Just give some of the other rotation players a bit more of a game time, a bit more of experience. So players like Jimenez, Santi Jimenez, and Linez as well. Players like that are gonna get game time today. So I left Tricky by mistake, which is quite funny. But obviously, stamina doesn't really affect players in the World Cup, in this World Cup mode, like it does in normal career mode. So you don't actually need to rotate if you don't want to. But it's always nice to, I think, especially with this game, which, you know, all due respect to Saudi Arabia, I think it's the easiest game that Mexico has in this World Cup. And yeah, I thought, you know what, I'll just rotate a bit, play with a few players that I probably won't get that much game time with in this save. Players like Santi Jimenez are going to come off the bench, and Linez as well. Gaddardo as well. Players like that. So I thought, you know what, I'll just have at least one game playing with them, see how well they do. Obviously, Saudi Arabia is not a team that I fear particularly, but still, they are a decent team. Australians are well acquainted with them because obviously they play in the Asia Cup, or they're near Australia geographically-ish, so they play with Australia a lot. So yeah, then Saudi Arabia are not a team to be taken lightly by any means, but in this game, on professional difficulty, which is what I'm still playing on, because, you know, I want to give you guys a bit of a fairly entertaining content without it being too easy. I still think we should be beating Saudi Arabia, but again, you never know what can happen, and obviously I'm not the world's greatest FIFA player, so we'll have to wait and see how it goes, guys. But yeah, like I said in episode 1, I'm gonna do minimal editing for this series. I'm gonna pretty much show the entire games, just to give you guys a bit of a feel of how I play and what's actually going on in the game. I could have edited it right down and probably had this save in one episode, in one maybe like 30-40ish minute episode, but I wanted to do it in, you know, bite-sized-ish installments. What a play there, what a goal there, what an amazing goal that was. Not Chicken Zazano, I think it's Charlie Rodriguez. Pretty cool. Obviously, in real life, I think he's going to not play that much, but he might. Obviously, Mexico still got to release their roster yet. England have released theirs. Most of the teams now have released theirs, but Mexico are going to wait a few more days to do it. So he may be on it, he may not be, but that was a good goal. Really good start to the game. Well, I say good start, it's halfway through the first half, but yeah, like I said, I don't want to edit too much, really. I want to give you guys a bit of a sense of how I play and what's actually going on in the games. Excuse me. And yeah, so I'm just going to cut it down to 2 games per episode. I figured, you know, it's decent enough content for you guys in each episode, so hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed the first episode. I really did. Getting annihilated by Poland wasn't in the plans, but yeah, it was still a good game, so still a good episode as well. We're just going to try and keep possession as much as we can, have a few shots. I wanted to get a good couple goal lead going into the second half, just to give us a bit of breathing space, but Saudi Arabia are a tough team. They like to keep the ball a lot, they like to get forward a lot, and they were giving us all kinds of problems, like here, getting us on the overlaps and things like that, but so far so good. So far we're handling them. Also got Acevedo in goal as well, because obviously he's probably not going to get called up for the real life team, but I sure as hell was going to play him at least in one game, just to see how we can do, show Ochoa that, you know, he's going to be the one that takes over him when Ochoa eventually retires. But yeah, Ochoa is still the main goalkeeper for this save, at least, and for real life as well. As you can see, guys, we're pretty much just controlling this game so far. Still a few shots, not too clinical in front of goal, but still decent enough. Obviously, I like, as you guys know, I like to have Santi Jimenez come off the bench because he gives a little bit more pace and injection going forwards, especially when the defence is getting a little bit tired. Unlucky there from Chucky, just missed out on, I think that was Santi Jimenez right there. Yeah, just a little bit mistimed, but yeah, we're pretty much peppering them, to be honest with you. And what a goal! Oh, there you go. I thought that was gonna be a goal, to be honest. Yeah, pretty much just needs to fix up our clinicality in front of goal, and hopefully we can get that second goal and get a little bit of breathing space, because obviously we need to win this game. Because I didn't know whether you saw it at the beginning of the video, but we're actually third at the moment, because obviously that loss against Poland really hurt us. So we need to win this game to make sure that we get through. Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see how we're going to get on, guys. But yeah, so far so good. So yeah, let me know in the comments who you think is going to get called up in the real life tournament. I don't know whether Julian Araujo gets called up, to be honest with you. I've got him playing right back this game because obviously he's my rotation backup right back. I just don't think that's going to happen in real life, unfortunately. I think he should get called up, but yeah, probably playing under Tata. Unlucky again, getting some really decent balls in the middle. That's a good interception by Julian Araujo. We're going to make a bit of a change now, guys. Obviously, we need to freshen things up a little bit. Kind of the cursor flicks around really badly. You select the player and then it flicks and makes you change players so you don't want to change. But yeah, we're going to put Alvarez on and Orbelin Pineda just to freshen things up a bit. Obviously, Pineda's a player that probably won't get too much game time in this tournament, but I wanted to bring him on. I should have played him instead of Chucky in this game, but we're going to bring him on anyway. Hopefully he can have a bit of an impact in this game. Crossing for me in this game's a bit rubbish, in my opinion. It was definitely better in FIFA 22, which for me I haven't really got crossing down yet. I do a lot of crosses into the box, but obviously I struggle to find players in the box, and yeah, headerings off as well. But Chucky Lozano should have scored there, and that was like cue for me, I think, to take him off. Put Vega on, and then put Raul Jimenez on as well, just to freshen things up again. Hopefully we needed that second goal, so yeah, Chucky, like, that miss for me. I was like, okay, let's just take Chucky off. He hasn't had an amazing game, so we're just going to take him off, and hopefully Vega can do his Vega magic. Obviously, he scored against Iraq in real life, like yesterday, which is good. I really hope he has a big World Cup, because I think he's the Liga MX guy that could make the next move to Europe. He has recently just signed a contract with Chivas, but I think the new sport director Hierro probably would facilitate a move for him. What a really good through ball here. Vega, my boy, lucky here, man. Vega's such a good player in the game as well. As the fact that he starts off as a free agent is an absolute steal. Like I said, headering is just not good for me in this game. But yeah, Vega scored a really good goal, like the 3rd minute in Iraq, in the 4-0 win, which was great. Really hope that he gets a really good World Cup, scores a couple goals, hopefully. And there's rumours that Wolves are in for him, and maybe Liverpool as well, and some other players, other clubs, which would be absolutely fantastic. And then what's not fantastic is we go and concede, which is not what we want, because we absolutely need to win this game. Obviously, if we don't, we're out, because we are 3rd at the moment. And yeah, we need to get the 3 points, and unlucky there again from Pineda there. It was a really good shot, to be honest with you, but I was getting a bit worried about this time. You know, I've made most of my substitutions at 77 minutes in, we're 1-1, and we haven't been that great going forward in this game. To be honest, with professional difficulty, I did expect us to win this game quite comfortably. It didn't really turn out that way. It's like obviously 80 minutes 1-1 is not what you want when you are in a game that you absolutely need to win. Like, can't overstate this enough that how much we needed to win this game. But then Oberlin comes up clutch and gets us this goal, which is absolutely epic. I actually screamed in real life when this goal went in, because I was really thinking, oh man, I'm only going to be able to put 2 episodes of the series out because I got kicked out by Saudi Arabia. But hopefully, you know, having said that, you know, the game's not over yet, so I had to put Jorge Sanchez in left back because I didn't have another left back on the bench, and you know he can play there, so it was all good. We do only have about 7 minutes in this game left, and obviously Saudi Arabia are always a threat, and they can quite easily come back into this game. We just got to hold our defence. We've been alright defensively, apart from that Poland game. We have conceded, I think, in every single game so far, so that we have to sort that out. But you know, if you're conceding in the World Cup, it's not so bad if you're scoring more than the opponent. You know, see goal difference. I mean, it can make a difference sometimes. And Jimenez goes and scores a third for us, which was absolutely amazing because that pretty much seals our progression into the knockout stages of Qatar 2022, which is great because then obviously we're going to be fully eyeing the Quinto Partido because we want to get there. We want to be the ones that take Mexico to that coveted promised land. But it was a really good goal. That's pretty much the only decent thing Jimenez has done the entire first 2 episodes of this series. But it was good. You know, it was a goal that we absolutely needed to score because it basically won us the game. But yeah, Saudi Arabia, don't sleep on them. I think in real life they're going to be a lot more difficult to handle. And yeah, which is great because obviously you know, it's the easiest game of the league, of the tournament for us in the group stages for Mexico. So, yeah, all 3 games are going to be tough. But, yeah, we go through, guys. We are going through into the 4th game, which is absolutely amazing. I'm not quite sure who the opponent will be yet, but pretty decent. You know, whoever it will be, we'll face. And, yeah, we'll go straight into it, guys. And obviously, France beat Tunisia, and Australia drew with Denmark. Was pretty decent result for them, to be honest with you. Poor Saudi Arabia, poor Argentina as well. Only 4 points. I think they must have drawn against Poland. If we'd won against Poland, we'd have won the group quite comfortably. But yeah, we go through, guys, and we'll go to the group. Go to the first knockout game, which is unfortunately going to be against France. So yeah, guys, I'm going to keep the first 11 now. Obviously the standard hasn't been affected. It doesn't get affected in this game, in this mode. I think you can play the same players over and over and over again and they won't lose stamina, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm definitely going to play my first starting 11 in this game, the players that I played in the Argentina and the Poland games, with hopefully trying to, you know, control our substitutions well, and hopefully you know, hold out against France. I mean, France, even on professional difficulty, France is like one of the world's best teams, and I have them getting into the final, to be honest with you. I think France are gonna do a madness this summer, but or this winter, should I say. But yeah, we get off to a really good start here. They were surprisingly open in the back, but obviously Gucci is not the kind of player that you want in the box. I kind of expected Jimenez to be there, to be honest with you, but it's a good start nonetheless. 6 minutes in before they had a first shot or first attempt, which is good. But you know, I'm playing against Mbappe and Benzema, who arguably are the 2 best players in the world. So Benzema just won the Ballon d'Or, which is, you know, pretty cool as well. But yeah, I was terrified of them the entire time, to be honest with you.
Licensing reimagined.
Yes, let me know in the comments what teams you think are going to make the semis. For me, I have France, Brazil, probably Argentina. And then the fourth spot's open, maybe Belgium, depending on how well De Bruyne does. I'm not quite sure, maybe England. I think maybe England, Brazil, Argentina and France would be a good semi-final, but obviously you can't rule out Portugal. I'd love to see Mexico in the semis, but I mean it's going to be a long shot for them to get out of the groups, to be honest with you. But you never know. World Cup, I mean Mexico always steps up in the World Cup, and hopefully, you know, Mexico plays better than it has done in the last 18 months and they get quite far into the tournament. If they hit the Interpartito, that would be sick. I think that would be amazing, especially considering how bad it's been in the last year and a half, couple of years. But we'll have to wait and see. But I think France is definitely going to be one of the semi-finalists, and that was a really good shot. But unfortunately, I think their goalkeeper's going to save that. Not sure. I think it's Maignan. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I don't think it's Lloris in goal, which is pretty cool because I think Lloris is a bit past it now. But yeah, I always knew that this game was going to be a long slog, guys. We're just going to keep trying to attack and try and get a bit of space, and then what a goal. What a moment for Alexis Vega to step up. If he does this in real life, I would assume that if Mexico gets out of the group stages, it will be in second place, and they probably will face France and in real life. And you know, if this happens, if Alexis Vega scores against France, it's going to be historic, especially when it's going to be in the first knockout stage of the World Cup. Massive goal for him. I was really buzzing for him. I was like, yes, let's go. But you know, France, Mbappe, they've got such a good firepower house in the team, and you can't keep your foot off the pedal at all, and your defence has to be on it. I was really relying on Ochoa this game, because obviously having a decent goalkeeper really does help in World Cups, because it helps your defence as well. Mexico's defence isn't the greatest, and the centre back pairings are the greatest either, especially in real life. Yeah, Ochoa, I think, more than makes up for it. And obviously, I think Mexico's midfield is pretty sick as well, with Gutierrez being in the form of his life, Edson Alvarez being probably Mexico's best player, maybe CONCACAF's best player. You know, Champions League players, man. You know, and the attack as well. I mean, Chuck Lozano, Gallardo in this game and in this career mode is amazing, by the way. It's really good. Let's see. That wasn't amazing. I forgot that happened. But yeah, Mbappe hasn't really been doing anything much in this game so far, which is great. You definitely want to keep him quiet, but obviously you can always step up in the goal in the blink of an eye. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on him. Hopefully, keep him quiet at least into the first half, until half time, and then we can get to the half time, and obviously then regroup and come out the second half and try and get another goal. But France is just too strong, man. I mean, you can't really get the ball off them. That was a really good chance. I thought, oh my god, he's going to score. Especially Benzema in that kind of position. But Ochoa, man, he always steps up in the World Cup. And you know, he had a shaky start against Poland, and then he had a calamity against Argentina. But apart from that, he's been solid. I mean, really solid for us throughout this whole tournament. Acevedo came in and did a decent job against Saudi Arabia. Definitely in 2026, I think Acevedo is going to be it. I couldn't get it out of my own box for some reason, and Ochoa did a really good save, but obviously parried it straight to Mbappe. You don't have your goalkeeper on the floor and give the ball back to Mbappe when he's about 3 feet away from the goal. It was literally the last kick of the game and the first half as well, which is annoying. I was a little bit annoyed. Wales and Senegal drawing, by the way. I was really annoyed because we were doing really well that first half, but 1-1 I think is a bit of a fair result. France have been peppering us the entire game and controlling the game as well, and they've got a lot of possession, so maybe 1-1's a bit of a fair result. So we're just going to go straight and hopefully try and get another goal and see if we can get into a winning position, because what I don't want is to concede, because if we're conceding, then you know it's going to be a bit of a struggle to get back into the game, and then obviously And then obviously Mbappe goes and scores again. Obviously, like, of course he does. That was a bit of a decent foul. Nice to see women referees in the game as well. But yeah, no, being 2-1 down 50 minutes, I'm thinking, oh, okay, here we go. This is where we're going to get knocked out because um, I hate chasing the game in the second half against a really, really good team. We've got a really tough, like 40 minutes left, guys. If we get an equaliser soon, then we can really have a go. We're going to make some changes. Take Jimenez off because he hasn't really done anything in this game again. Pretty much going to leave it at that for a bit. I'll save the rest of my subs for maybe the 65th, 70th minute. Just to freshen things up a bit, and hopefully the subs can come on and make a difference. But yeah, I kind of wanted to take Raul Jimenez off. He hasn't been doing anything for us. Chiqui Lozano gets into a massive acres of space. Just decided to run with it and scored a really good goal. The keeper really should have saved that. I think that was Chara would have saved it if it was the other way around. Just powering through. I did think about crossing it into the goal, into the box, and maybe low driving it across the box, but they were marked, and I really couldn't pass it to them. So I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna have a shot, see what happens. And yeah, I think the goalkeeper really should have done much better than that. But yeah, I'm not gonna complain. 2-1, let's go.
Music licensing reimagined.
Also, how awesome is that away kit? I mean, it's looking. I think it's been announced that Mexico are gonna wear their green home kit for the all three group stages. But like, yeah, I mean, if they make it through to the knockouts, I really do hope they crank out the away kits. It's literally a work of art. It's one of my favourite kits, probably my favourite Mexico away kit. At least it's absolutely amazing. It's really good, and it's really nice in real life as well. When you get it in your hand and you wear it, it really, really is amazing. But so we're 2-2. I said it was 2-1. Obviously, it's not 2-2. It's not 2-1, should I say? It's 2-2 is what I'm trying to say. I can't speak today. Yeah, so we're back into this game. Obviously, we've got about 20 minutes left, 25 minutes left. We definitely don't want to score again because obviously if they do, I fear for our chances. But you know what? It's a really good game so far, really end to end. Both teams are attacking quite well. Chiqui Lozano just seems to find space on the right hand side. I was going to have another shot again, but I thought, you know what, I'm not going to try and do that. And Santi Jimenez comes up with an unorthodox header, but it's still a decent header as well. I was going to take this opportunity to make some more changes. You know, we're in the lead now, so let's just kind of refreshen the team up a little bit. 3-2 against France in the 70th minute. Gonna make some. I think I decided to make all my changes because, you know, half an hour, 20 minutes left. But what a goal this was. I mean, amazing player. I really love Santi Jimenez. I think he's gonna have such a really good career. It's just a shame that he's not going to Qatar. But what a goal. The keeper had no chance of going the wrong way. Don't know why he headed it into the ground, but maybe the bounce kind of helped underfoot the goalkeeper. They nearly hit the crossbar as well. But yeah, it was a really good goal, and obviously if that becomes the game winner, then what a goal to score. But that's what I bring him on for. I bring him on for just getting into the box, and he's got energy. Vega's coming on for a whole bunch of others. Just to freshen up the team a bit more for the last 20 minutes, because it's going to be a bit hectic, I think. But what a goal from Santi Jimenez. That was an amazing goal. 1 goal in 4 games though isn't great, but obviously he's been playing 15-20 minutes per game, so he had, apart from the Saudi Arabia game, I think he should have scored in the Saudi Arabia game, but it is what it is. And what a move that was. That should have been a goal in my opinion. I was getting ready to celebrate at 4-2, but you know, it is what it is. Pretty rubbish corner. I'm not a very good corner taker on this game. They changed it a bit, and yeah, I just haven't quite got my hands. Got it figured out, yeah. Melonez, what a cross and what a header that is. Chiglizano, man. I don't even know how many goals he scored for us, but he's our main goal scorer. And I tweeted it out, like, no matter who the striker is going to be, I think Chico Lozano is going to be the top scorer for Mexico in this World Cup. A really good goal as well, just headed it in front of got there in front of the keeper. Said, see you later, mate. And 80 minute, 4-2. The game looks pretty set. Griezmann's got a injury as well, which is great for them. Maybe that helps us a little bit, but we're going to try and see out the last few minutes, guys. And the best way of doing that is pretty much just keeping possession, which is what I don't do there. But you know what? We're controlling the game. Every single minute that counts down now is a minute for us, because I don't think France are going to be able to get 2 goals in 5 or so minutes. Having said that, they're always a threat, and you never can take them lightly. But you know what, just keep possession. I was trying to get another goal. I just wanted to get that killer last goal. But I looked at the time back here and I'm thinking, okay, 89 minutes, we pretty much got this win in the bag. They may score again, which is fair enough. But overall, it's been a really good game. Obviously, we were level twice. They were winning 1 point. We managed to fight back. And it was a very tough game as well. Probably the hardest game I've played in the entire tournament so far. But it's France, and France arguably will probably likely win the World Cup. So in real life, so I'm quite proud of my team here, guys. The keeper's going to come up for this corner, which is fair enough. That's what you want. You want to get as many goals as you can, but Ochoa's always going to save that. And that's it, guys. We are finally into the Quinto Partido. So stay tuned for episode 3, because that's going to be that historic game. And I won't tell you what the opponent's going to be until we get there. Hope you enjoyed this episode and series so far, guys. I'm really enjoying making it. So stay tuned for episode 3. Adios and take care.